But if you're designing an outdoor kitchen or you're even considering it, this is all great food for thought. This is all that I could come up with the best ideas that I possibly could come up with, along with the folks from True Flame and the folks from AMD. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another gorgeous day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. And behind me, we are building out the outdoor kitchen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is part 3. We're gonna roll a little bit of footage of parts 1 and 2 and the build of this beautiful outdoor kitchen structure that you see all around us. And today, what we're gonna be doing is installing all of our appliances. These are True Flame appliances from AMD. We got Somerset right here. This is from Stoll Industries. And what we're gonna be doing today is building out the final part of the outdoor kitchen. We've got grills, we've got griddles, we've got places to put big stock pots, we've got farm sink, we got all kinds of cool stuff. So let's get busy. We'll take you guys through the process, and man, this has been in the works for 5 years, maybe 6 years, and today we get it done, mostly, because I got to go back to Lowe's because I bought the wrong parts. I'll tell you about that in a minute. All right, guys and gals, welcome back to the Stoney Ridge Farm channel. This is your first time here. Welcome. This is a first generation farm project here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. All around us is the first generation farm right out here. I got about 50 cows over the hill here. We work on tractors, we wrench on stuff, and we are in the centerpiece, the showpiece of the whole property here. So about a week and a half ago, I got my stain going on right here. This is an all timber frame structure, meaning everything is held together by these little wood pegs. There are only 2 metal fasteners in this building which are holding the purlins on, which is something that's pretty impressive if you ask me. Very nice craftsman built. We planned all this out with my concrete company and myself. We got our stone piers wrapped. We've got a well over here with a hand pump. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous place to live. And make no mistake about it, this is a farm, and this will be used for butchering and processing and all that stuff too, as well as a little bit of recreation, because the farm is a fun place to recreate. In the last video, we installed these 2 banks of cabinets. Each one of these, believe it or not, is close to 18 feet. Some of the cool features of these cabinets are drawers like this that hold a trash can, and they could also double as a propane tank holder as well. So really cool. And looks like a dirt dauber is gonna go up in there. No slam drawers for sure. Awesome. All this is aluminum, and I believe this is stainless steel countertops. It's all powder coated, Very, very nice. We actually went up to the factory and showed how this stuff was manufactured. This sink is just sitting in here. I might as well go ahead and pull it out. And I've got my rubber seams sitting out right here as well. This is the farm sink, and we got a little bit of plumbing work to do prior to installing the farm sink right there. We got a refrigerator right here. Why did I put it right here? I want to be able to walk right around the corner, reach in there, open that door, grab me a beverage, and have it right here. I don't want to walk to the middle of the island to get that. I want my guests to be able to do the same thing. So if somebody's got some wine or some beer or something like that they want to, or Cokes or Pepsis or whatever, and they more than likely beer. I haven't had a beer since January 2nd of this year, by the way. Pat myself on the back, feel pretty good about that. Stomach is not any flatter. But anyway, I wanted to be able to access this, open the door that way, and have access to beverages from right around the corner. Just a quick way to grab it. Got the trash can receptacle here. Got a double doors right here. We can store pots and pans and such right down in that cabinet right there. And see how nice and neat they close. That's that Stahl Industry quality right there. We've got drawers here which we will use for our spatulas, forks, spoons, knives, paper plates, all that jazz. Another refrigerator here. This refrigerator, I do believe I ordered. It's been a year since I ordered it. This has been in the works for a long time. I believe it has drawers. So our crisper, our food, our meat, our stuff like that for cooking is gonna be right there. And then we have another cabinet right here. Now I made this cabinet open this way because I'm gonna be working in the kitchen. So when I'm working in the kitchen, I don't wanna reach over here and pull it that way. I'm sure if I wanted to, I could reverse it, but I like it. And we've got this nifty little spice holder, as well as a pretty cool little paper towel holder, and a massive amount of storage right here for stock pots and stuff like that. Now, onward and upward, the back bank here, and this is called a galley style kitchen. The back bank is going to have a nice big grill with under grill storage right here, and another one of those spice racks and paper towel racks. They're very cool. That's a new feature for Stahl Industries. I'll post links to everything here, by the way. Another drawer right here for forks, knives, spoons, and stuff like that. Pots and pans, all of your accoutrement, kitchen accoutrement. Here we have cabinets again. We also have another drawer under there. We're gonna have an eye in place right here, and a griddle is in one of these places. I do believe got a double side burner here, a burner there, and a griddle. So the griddle will be here, and then we've got workspace, because you're always looking for some good workspace. If you're in here working with your grill, you can always set your gear right here, your spatula and stuff right here. We wanted enough space in between to do some work and have good prep tables. This is a bar top as well, and I know this might be boring for you guys, but if you're designing an outdoor kitchen or you're even considering it, this is all great food for thought. This is all that I could come up with the best ideas that I possibly could come up with, along with the folks from True Flame and the folks from AMD. So super happy with it. This is our bar top right here. I ordered my cabinets a little higher than normal. I guess you might be able to tell that. They're not normal cabinet height. They offer two different heights, the tall ones and the normal ones. I got the tall ones because I'm 6'5", and it helps me to not have to bend over to chop up lettuce, right? I got a nice bar top here. I have yet to get my bar stools. I wanted to see how high this bar top was, and it's pretty high. Like I said, I'm 6'5". It's above the waist. We need a taller. The base of our chair needs to be about 34 inches, so that people that aren't my size don't sit like this. And I guess it's good for food. You just rake your food off in your face. So first thing we're going to do is, my brain tells me to go ahead and get the fridges, the bigger things out of the way, and we'll start unboxing all this gear. We've got a 30-inch True Flame griddle right here. We've got a True Flame double-sided burner, a Somerset 40-inch, I believe. Yep, 40-inch Pro grill right there. And then we've got our two refrigerators right here. I'm really excited to just look at the refrigerators. And this fridge There are, oh, all the shelves right there. Right into place there. That's nice. Got some door handles to install real quick on the refrigerator. You know, the thing, it's funny, the thing I'm most excited about is the outdoor fridge right here. I like the idea of having a refrigerator in my outdoor kitchen like this. I'll show you the fridge with the drawers here in a minute. This is more so beverage and larger items will go in this fridge, but super simple. Just pull back the seal a little bit and pop in the handle. Awesome. Let's roll over and check out the other fridge. Let's roll our, oh, that's so neat. That's so cool. I might have to read some instructions on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know what the heck that is. I'm just gonna go ahead and make that point. I think it's a divider. Is that a divider? I'm gonna have to scratch my head on that. Let's check out the bottom drawer. Oh, I need to get that handle. I do believe, because both of them come with one of these. You know, men folk don't be liking to use them instruction booklets, but I think this guy is going to use his instruction booklet today. Oh, it's a divider. Yeah, that's really cool. So it shows the lower, the upper one has drinks in it, and the lower one has some veggies and stuff in there. I like that idea. I wonder if I can get a watermelon, like a whole watermelon in there. Now, you don't need to see a grown man put a refrigerator door on. That's what I'm gonna do. We'll go ahead and get these outfitted, and then we'll get back here behind us and start putting in those rubber seals so we can set our appliances in place. So it's time to mess up the first one. We'll take this seal, kind of clean it off, and basically this installs, there's some two-sided tape on here. It installs the opposite way of what you think it should. So the two-sided tape part goes right on this edge right here. So I think the first thing to do here, I want to also look at this seal, okay? I don't want my tape running right up against that seal. So in other words, I need to cut it right here so that my rear seal covers that seam. That's the idea here. That's my thought process. So first thing I'm gonna do is make sure I'm straight, and I'm not cut straight right here. So we'll just take a pair of nice shears. There we go. Lay it out here. I could measure all this if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I just want to, I'm going to eyeball it, put my finger on it, and this is just a rubber gasket, so it shouldn't be that bad. I'm going to get it all cut out and in place, and then I'll pull back my two-sided tape right here. I'll snip right there. All right. Lay it out here. And what we're going to do, once we get our appliance in place, we're going to come back in and we're going to trim the excess that's hanging off the edge right here. Got it? Minimal waste. I think the first thing to do, we'll just start on this side. And then just make sure I ride my edge. Nice and neat, nice and straight, nice and pretty. Just like that. Perfect, beautiful. Isn't that just perfect? There you go. Peel that guy, and that's it. Cool. Nice, daddy likey. How good a mechanic are you, buddy? So each one of these has a regulator and power on the back side. You can go ahead and attach my regulator, 3/4 inch. There we go, nice and snug. And we got a little transformer right here. In we go. There it goes. Oh, daddy likey, look at that. Now I'll just simply come back with my knife and trim this off carefully so as to not scratch my beautiful brand new countertops. Should be able to just score it. and remove it. Check it out. I did all right. Just lightly go over it. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Daddy likey. All right. So I overlapped this and I didn't need to. That's all right. All right. This is easier than I thought it was gonna be. Thank goodness. I was a little worried. There we go. Sweet. Bam! Got my double burner on there, looking good. Right there's my little on-off button. That is nice. Look at that. Look at this bling bling in here. Look at the bling bling gold in there. Can't wait to spill some crab dip on that. All right, I got to do all that for each one of these. So we'll go ahead and knock that out and show you guys what the final result looks like. Okay, let's sit it right there for just 1 second. Yeah, it's all the way. Okay.
Whoa! Oh, my finger.
I'm trying to lift it up off your finger.
Ooh, that hurts.
Just awkward. Just set it back in there. Set that down. So it's got to sit all the way back in there. Is that right? Come on, go. Right there it is. All right. Pretty nifty, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Bam. So Brian helped me put all this together. I don't know if you guys noticed that from the last video, but yeah, we're almost there. I've still got to get my sink squared away here, and I went over to the Lowe's and I got the wrong stuff. This size does not fit that size P-trap, so I'm gonna take this. I knew I should have took it to Lowe's with me, but I didn't do it. You know how that goes. We'll see y'all in the morning. Next day here, guys, we got the farm sink to install right here. This is a really cool setup. We'll take you through everything I've got to do. If you watched part 1 of this where we're installing the cabinets, you'll find that I made a boo-boo when I ordered my sink. So my sink is right here. It should have been right here, and therefore my drain pipe, which is supposed to be directly under the sink, is not directly under the sink. So I got a little bit of plumbing work to do. It's actually right up under here. So we've got to remove everything, pull the countertop back off. I don't have it fully installed, and we've got to do a little bit of plumbing work. So first things first here, we will be installing the sink after I do my plumbing work. And what I got to do, this is a 2-inch drain, and that guy right there hooks into the P-trap. There's a clean out on the bottom right here, so in case we get any ooey gooey nastiness. And then this goes into my drain pipe. However, we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 inches, something like that. And I do believe that code is 1/4 inch per foot. In other words, our drop, we have to come out of the sink and we have to drop down to our drain pipe, and we've got enough pipe to do that. We also need a vent, and this is a ready vent. So the way this works, let's just talk about, I guess it's fluid dynamics for a second. When water goes down the sink through the P-trap, it creates a seal in here, okay? That seal, not like seal, but a water seal right here. That's why you have a P-trap, so that sewer gases and septic gases don't burp back up through your sink. You've got one on your sink, you've got one on your, basically built into your toilet, you've got one in your shower, you've got one everywhere in your house to keep that sewer smell from coming out. If you look closely at people's roofs, you will see a pipe sticking up out of the roof a lot of times, or out of the side of the house. Or Conversely, we have a ready vent, and what this does is allows air in one way and no air the other way. So when the water comes through, it's creating a vacuum, and it will not allow air to come out, but will allow air to come in. Pretty cool, huh? So pipe stubs up, this sanitary tee goes on, water falls downhill, this will go on top of that, and then we'll have our drain in here in place. Now the drain that comes with the sink, I don't know, I like this kind. This is what I really geek out on. The drain that comes with the sink here, is this a tapered thread? I don't think this is a tapered thread, so we're gonna use a little bit of thread tape on that. The drain that comes with the sink has a gasket right there, a little rubber gasket, as well as a foam gasket right here. We're gonna pull that foam gasket off, and we're actually gonna use a little bit of plumber's putty instead. I like plumber's putty just a little bit better, and I think it gives it a little bit better seal, but you don't have to do that. It's just my personal preference. This sandwiches in between the sink. So the bottom of the sink would be here, and the other piece screws into the bottom. Cool. Got a little bit of disassembly to do, and a little bit of cutting. I'll show you guys once I get done. Oh wait! So we got we got a faucet to install as well. So this sink does not come with a hole in it for the faucet. In other words, our faucet's got to go about right there. We are going to center our faucet right here, and I've got to drill out a hole to fit that. So we're going to put that hole somewhere right in there, but we've got to be careful that we don't bind up our faucet. In other words, it's got to be close enough to the sink and far enough away from the bar top right here, and it's got to be centered. It's a lot to think about, isn't it? It is roasting hot out here today. Guys, I am cooking. I'm under the shade and I am completely drenched. And I'm having to wipe my head and my face off with towels every few seconds. Oh, it is so hot. It's 97 degrees in the shade. Yick. God. Man, if I had a nickel for every towel I used to wipe sweat off, it is roasting out here. Let me show you what I came up with. We got her installed here. I still have to caulk these edges. Pretty interesting little setup. I used some two-sided tape here. And this will be caulked and sealed with some clear silicone as well as this, but we are very, very nicely mounted up here. We have our little rinser, and you can see it's kind of bouncing around down in here. We'll have to figure something out up there where that weight bounces, but that's what I came up with. So that goes to the coupling up there, and way up in there is my vent. And here's my P-trap, and we ended up having to go with a full-on 2-inch P-trap right there, which I think is better anyway than the normal 1.5 inch. So, man, what a job. This is the outdoor kitchen. Let me light everything up for you. I've still got some electrical work to do and some plumbing work to do, but for now, honestly, back here, I'm gonna have 2 propane tanks doubled up, and I could run this off of propane, or I could run it off of natural gas, and each one of these appliances came with that device, so I could change it over. Cool little paper towel holder and spice rack right there. So underneath here, I just have a battery bank, and I'll put a propane tank in there and another one in there. I just ordered the double mounting system for the propane tank. But this is it. This is what we've got. In Somerset, each one of these, you got a power button right here, turns everything on. Really interesting. Everything lights up. You can see that. When you turn on your eye, it stays red. Isn't that pretty cool? And these strike. In other words, they light like that, so you don't have to worry about batteries, which I love. We also have, that says rear. We'll raise this guy up. This is just really nice high-end stuff. These griddles are super awesome, super nice. And you can see, if you're grilling at night, you've got lighting inside this grill. That's so nice. And also rotisserie right here. Before it's all over with, I'm gonna have a receptacle in this end and a receptacle on that end, and probably another one somewhere right in here in case I have appliances that I want to power. This is the double burner with brass. Very nice. Same setup right here. You got an on-off switch. It's not required to have power. See how this one lights up red? That's really cool. I like it. I think there's an LED also up that way. Cool. We'll leave that on. Over here, same scenario. And each one of these has a drip pan underneath it too. So if you're dripping some goodies, right here we've got, this lifts off. We've got a super burner right there. We'll have more details on all that as we start using it a little bit more. But as you turn these on, they light up as well. Really neat. Again, each one has a nice pan underneath. And this is the griddle portion. Each one has a cover. It's a super heavy duty griddle with a way to rake off all of your grease and such. And you rake it off. You just clean this. Just simply remove this entire thing, take it out, rinse it out, degrease it, and it just slides right back into place. There we go, just like that. Same thing here, okay? They light up. And LEDs up there. That's really nice. Premium cabinet, guys. Can't slam it. Isn't that neat? Cannot slam the doors or the drawers. So check out the drawers here. Nice, no slam. And let's see, is this illuminated? Yeah, so we've got LEDs up under there too. Now, refrigerator, we got the double door drawer refrigerator right here. And again, our drawers here for storage and for some gum. And this is all True Flame goodies right here. Also under the sink. This bar section will also have power because we'll have to have permanent power for our refrigerators. It's really, really nice, guys. I like it. And I like the idea that I could just walk right around the corner and grab a beverage. I'm gonna put some outlets in here. Maybe one there, one there, one there, one there. Potentially one on the end down here and one on the end down here. And 1, 2, right on the front there. So we're gonna have plenty of power options. The bar top, super sturdy. And again, guys, this has been in the works for a number of years. From putting the building up, pouring the concrete, putting the shop building up, this all kind of ties together. I can't say enough. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We're gonna have a lot more cooking content here in the outdoor kitchen. What an awesome space. Just look, I mean, just look at this. I know I got tools laying everywhere, but gosh, guys, just look how nice. Super nice, premium, nice farm sink right here. I cannot wait. I can move that out of the way so I can wash big stock pots. Can rinse that, and it gets, like I said, that thing, there we go. Whew. Man, I don't think it gets any better. I just don't think I could have done any better. When I first priced all this stuff, I thought to myself, oh man, I could build that. No way. All of this is super ultra durable. And I do think, correct me if I'm wrong, I'll post it down there, but I do believe all the True Flame stuff is lifetime warranty. So when it comes to buying the best grill that's going to last you forever, I think we got it. I think we nailed it. What do you guys think? This is the outdoor kitchen. Still got a little bit more work to do. Got to run permanent power over here. Water is basically going to come off of my hydrant right here, and it's going to run straight over to the sink right here. I needed to be able to drain it. I also need power for the fridges, and I'm going to put in a propane instant water heater so I can have hot water over here as well. And that'll all be mounted under the sink. So in review, fridge. This can double as a trash can holder or a propane tank holder. I like that. Keep things nice and neat. No slam. Under here, got storage. Nice storage drawers right here. Again, another fridge right here for food and drinks. Another nice cabinet with a paper towel holder. Spice rack. We'll be putting pots and pans in here. Over here, cabinetry, drawers, cabinetry, drawers, cabinetry. It all comes together. I've almost got a tear in my eye. It's been so long. Been so long. Guys, thanks so much for joining me here today. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I know it's been like a 4-part series from, well, it's been like a 50-part series from building this thing. And we still have more. We've got to put our ceiling fans up here. I've got to finish staining the ceiling here, just like that. And the way I'm going to do that is with that man lift that's sitting over there broke down. Got a lot more work to do on the Stoney Ridge, guys. Thank you so much. This is not farming, but this is the Stoney Ridge Farm, and I appreciate you coming to join me today as we build a beautiful outdoor kitchen space. Awesome. If you have ideas for stools right here, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge.
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.
Come on, feel the noise. Water hose. We got a splinter. Did I get a styrofoam splinter? Oh, I need me a knife. I'll get that out. Where you at, Handle? Where you at, buddy? That seal, not like seal, but a water seal. I already go there. Y'all come back now. You hear?